Hi again, everybody. Let's do one quick follow-up issue regarding our summation of a series of different variables into a single variable. So as you recall, we took from our data set here these 5 different variables that dealt with SDSU students' involvement in extracurricular activities, fraternities and sororities, religion, recreational sports, and so on. And we merged it into a single variable that counted up or summated those different activities. So whether someone was involved in no activities, 1, 2, or 3 or more. A fair question you might ask is, why bother? Why would we ever do something like this? And there's several good reasons. In many cases, we can gain different insights to similar issues in slightly different ways. So for example, let's just go do some simple frequency tabulations here. Let's go to Analyze, Descriptives, Frequencies. And I've already selected my 5 original variables, and I'm displaying the frequency tables. When I run these, what do I see here? I see that about 13% of our respondents were involved in fraternity and sorority, 2% involved in cultural, 0.5% religion, or only one person, 14% academic or professional organization, and 5.5% in a recreational sports student organization. Okay. But I have no real sense of how individuals are involved in multiple activities. This new variable gives me some insight into that regard. So if I do a simple new frequency table again, I can see here that 14% of the students are involved in one activity, 7% in 2, 2.5% are involved in 3 or more. So now I have a little more insight into how sort of the density of the variety of activities that people are involved in. In addition, I can create different types of visualizations with greater ease depending on how I combine variables. Admittedly, the art of figuring out how to mix and match SPSS variables so that they are more conducive to analysis and data visualization is a little bit of a learning process by doing. You simply have to do enough times before you pick up tips. But let me illustrate this example here quickly. If I go to Graphs and I go to Chart Builder, okay. Let's say I want to visualize how these individuals, the number of different activities that individuals are involved in. Well, if I click on a simple bar chart here and I drag SDSU Extra 2 into the x-axis, very simply made that chart for me. Very good. If I wanted to do that again, and I hadn't made that variable, so I hit reset here, there's no default, immediate, easy way to take these 5 variables independently. I'm using Shift here to click on all of them, and somehow merge them into a single variable that provides meaningful insight. No matter which one of these options I choose, I simply don't have the luxury of merging these variables into something that helps. So this trouble is alleviated by merging them into a single variable outside of the graphics system and then bringing it in that way. So it's these kind of things that, although this illustrates just in a very particular case, it answers a broader question of why do we recode and move and create and mix variables in different ways in SPSS? Well, because it makes our job as analysts easier. It makes our job as analysts more capable of solving the problems we want to solve. Or it allows us to communicate those results in a more meaningful or insightful way to our audience. Okay, we'll explore this issue more as we do some recodings in a different manner.